Looks like I'm still muted. Can't hear me yet. Now can you hear me? Okay, thank you. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna sit upright today to get started. So find a comfortable place to be, and your legs can be extended or curled in or tucked underneath, but lift your spine, broaden your shoulders, put a little smile on your face. Take a deep breath in and a giant sigh out your mouth. Perhaps allow your eyelids to slide downward a bit, closing them all the way if you would like and if you feel comfortable. Take a moment to notice and acknowledge how your body is feeling right now in this moment. Notice if you have a little leftover stuckness feeling from this morning where you've been maybe sitting around for a while. Some of you have been out moving more than others. And as you begin to find your physical body, begin to slowly roll around your torso, around over top your hips. Nice and slow, and maybe as you move, you begin to get a little bit larger in your circles. Notice all the way around all the sensations you find. You might find a couple areas that are a little twingy here and there. You might find you need to engage somewhere more than you have been. And let's go in reverse. And in reverse, we're going to go from large to small in our circles. Big circles at first, gradually getting smaller. And I'll invite you to maintain your gaze with eyes closed or lowered down to your mat, and try to bring your visual inside your movements. Getting really small now. Just a tiny circle around the sitting bones. And the next time you inhale, come to the center, lift your sternum, pull your elbows and shoulders and wrists backward, gazing upward toward the ceiling, blink your eyes open. And as you exhale, do the opposite, round forward into cat stretch. Open up your upper back as if you have a cobra hood opening up across the back. Go in reverse with breath. Inhale, open up as you lift your heart. Exhale, rounding, open your upper back. Let your hands slide as you pull your elbows back. Exhale, round forward. We'll go through one more of these. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round back. Inhale, sit up tall, and now curl forward as you slide out the front. Drop fingertips or palms or elbows in front of you. Resting somewhere, somehow, into a comfortable forward fold. Deep breathing into your lower back. One more full breath into the sides of your ribs and your back. Exhale as you walk your hands in again, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach arms out and up overhead. Tap your fingers over your head, and exhale, release your arms, come back down by your sides. Let's release our legs so that we can bring our feet to the floor in front of us, and your knees will be pointed up toward the sky. So as much as this is comfortable for you, we'll take this seat and tip side to side, lateral flexion for the spine. Let's start by lifting your right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, tip toward your left. And we'll go back and forth. As you inhale, trade arms coming through the center. Exhale to the other side. So while you do this, I'm going to remind you to pay attention to what's happening in your torso, especially that golden triangle area between your navel, your hip points, and your pubic bone. Pull it in and keep it strong. Keep your feet anchored, soles of your feet to the floor as best you can. They're going to help you, and then pull on your feet a little bit. Drag your feet towards you. That's going to help activate your lower legs, your inner thighs, hamstrings. All right, last one over here on the right side. Inhale, sit tall, take your arms out to the side, flip your palms open, and notice this process of sitting tall. You have to work hard at this, right? Reach your fingers out as far as you can. Press your feet down into the floor. Pull in on your lower belly. Buckle your ribs together. Then we're going to lean back a little bit as we bring our palms forward. Good. Try that again. Inhale as you lift up, thumbs going toward the back, and reverse. Exhale, lean backward, fingertips come forward. Keep going like this. Inhale, sit up tall, broaden your chest. Exhale, lean back, fingertips come toward the front. Good. Notice you're still pressing your feet. You're still dragging your feet toward your body. Let's take this to the front one more time, and then we'll do a full set. Open and shut. Open your hands all the way up. And last one, come all the way together. Okay, reach your hands to the floor behind you. Drop back onto your forearms and extend your legs out the front. Give your legs a shake. So you have long legs extended out the front of your mat, and shake them back and forth, side to side. Sort of flop your feet. Yeah, okay. From here, we're gonna stay on our forearms if that's okay with your shoulders. If that does not work for your shoulders, come up to seated, but lean back onto your palms, okay? You decide what your shoulders would like today, okay? We're gonna keep the shoulders broad, the belly pulled in, tailbone is gonna scooch forward as best we can, and lift your heart up. From here, these straight legs, let's get them activated. Tighten your thighs, press your heels to the floor, engage your low belly. Now, straight leg lifts, up and down. Lift and lower, alternate legs, please. Keep your leg from bending, really strong. Your leg doesn't have to go high. You'll probably notice a point at which the effort kind of leaves. So you don't have to go super high. And see how little pressure you can put on your arms. More pressure in the core. One more on each side. Try to finish up opposite where you began. Then we'll bend the knees, feet to the floor, and pull yourself up to seated. Press your hands, lifting up. Okay, let's take butterfly legs, feet together, knees open. Cobbler seat. You can remove some of your extra seat cushioning here. If you want to sit up on a block or prop your knees, go right ahead. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, tip forward, coming out over your legs. So while we're here, let's make this active. Press your feet into each other using the power in your hips. Rotate the femur bones out the back. So the flesh of your inner thigh, make that sensation that you can pull it up toward the ceiling. Tops of your thighs are going to press down the back. Inhale, rise. Bring your knees up again. And cross your opposite shin in the front if you were sitting cross-legged before. Find any other comfortable seat if cross-legged is not for you. Okay, so from here we're going to take a twist. Bring your palms together in front. Inhale, lift hands up to the sky. Exhale, rotate left and drop your arms down. Left behind, right across the front to the knee. Lift your heart, drop your shoulders, broaden as you twist. Okay, let's keep this moving. It is lunchtime. I don't want us to get too sleepy. So, your choice to stay here, of course. If you want to move, left arm rises toward the sky as you inhale. Exhale, tip sideways toward your right knee as you exhale. Inhale, sit up, maybe bend your elbow. Exhale, lean sideways. Inhale, come up. So you want to get most of the action in your side bodies. Not as much in the arms that are holding you. Let's take one more, lean it over and pull it upright. Come back to center, arms reach overhead. This time, if it works for your shoulders, we'll touch palms and drop them behind your head. If that doesn't work for your shoulders, no need to take that. You can take them wide into cactus, okay? So what I see from here, as best you can, pull your elbows toward your head, like you want to squeeze your ears. Now buckle in those lower ribs. All right, release, arms come up. Twist the other way, drop your arms down. So now you have your left hand across the front, right fingers behind. Sit tall, rotate from the ribs. Again, your choice always to be still right here. If you want to move with me, inhale your right arm up. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, come up. All right, so you're reaching your left shoulder toward your left knee. Holding on with your core muscles, really working that waist. One more of these, coming all the way over, all the way up. And inhale, arms come back up overhead. Try that again, palms come together. Bend your elbows so your thumbs come toward the back of your neck. Squeeze your elbows in, lift the elbows toward the sky. One more breath. Exhale, release, let that come all the way down. We're going to fold forward now, leading with the sternum. Fingertips out the front, or palms, or elbows, resting down, fold in. Inhale as you lift from your face, walk yourself back up and bring your knees up, feet to the floor. All right, we'll come into bridge pose next, please. So if you are sitting on a lift, as I am, move it out of the way, please. And for bridge, I said bridge, and what I meant to say was boat. So please don't set up for bridge, please set up for boat. We're gonna sit upright. So I'm turning sideways so you can see me, but you can stay put. You're going to lean back with a long, straight spine. Hands can hold under or on top of your knees, and lift your feet as much as is comfortable for you. Again, lower belly, squeeze it in. Lift your sternum, broaden your shoulders. Give a little smile on your beautiful face over there. And breathe. Knees can be bent or legs can be straight. You decide. Now, in the spirit of moving, if you want to move, bring one knee at a time and squeeze it to your chest as you exhale. Go back where you started as you inhale. Just an option. Feel free to hold still. Boat pose is hard enough. Notice if you lose the breath and back up a step. Let's hold for 2 more breaths wherever you are. And release into cobbler seat, knees open, feet together. Lean forward. Brace yourself with your hands to the floor or on your body, tipping forward. Okay, let's set up now for hands and knees. Swing over your ankles. Come on to hands and knees, please. If you want a little extra padding, go ahead and put that underneath. I'm going to go sideways. Knees over hips. Shoulders over wrists. Spread your fingers. Press into all the undersides of each of your knuckle pads. Find that extension through the crown and the tail. Next, we'll reach back through the right leg. Leave the foot on the floor to start with and push your heel back. Now we're going to try lifting that leg up. And we're going to take a couple different moves here. So first thing that we're going to do is lean forward out in front of our wrists. Bend the elbows a bit so that we tip down just a tiny bit. Bring yourself back up and put your foot back on the floor. With your foot on the floor, that right leg is going to support us into a weird downward dog. So as you keep that right foot on the floor, lift your hips, but don't use your left leg. Leave your left foot, the top of your left foot is on the floor. Then we'll come back down to single knee. Lift your leg up again. All right, so right leg lifts up. Lean forward, bend your elbows as you dip a little bit. Press up. Put your foot down, then lift your hips and push back towards downward dog. All right, go in reverse. Knee comes down, heel comes up, lean, tip forward, come back up, put your foot down, downward dog, press back. Let's do that twice more. Knee down, heel up, lean, tip forward, go in reverse, foot down, hips up, press back. Leave your left foot on the floor as you do that. Come back down, lift your right foot, reach out the front is the last one. Right, leave your left foot on the floor as you lift up. And release, back onto both knees. Let's go kneeling this time. Come up onto your knees, reach to the sky, interlace your fingers, press your palms up toward the ceiling. And if you can, bend your elbows and bring the top of your knuckles onto the top of your head. All right, so the palms are facing the ceiling. If it's okay with you, tailbone forward, heart opens, a little bit of an upper back bend. Okay, release that. And then very gently, ever so softly, reach forward till your hands come to the floor. Back down to table. Okay, try the other side. Extend your left leg back. Leave your foot on the floor to start and push into your heel. Good stretch in the calf. So, here we go. We're going to try that tipping forward business. If that bothers your shoulders, no need to do that. You can hold yourself in plank, okay? You'll lift your left heel up, squeezing your tush. Lean forward a bit. Bend your elbows as you dip a bit. Come back up, put your foot down. Then from there, your left leg will lift you into downward dog, but the top of your right foot stays on the floor. Release. Inhale, lift your heel. Lean, tip. Come back up as you inhale. Press your foot. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale as you lean forward, bend your elbows. Exhale, push your foot down, downward dog. 2 more of those. Left heel lifts, reach the heart, tip it down. Push yourself back up, downward dog with a single leg. Last one of these. Lift your left leg, lean forward, tip. Last, here we go. Come all the way. This time, let's go all the way into downward dog, both feet to the floor. Now, of course, you all know your downward dog options. You don't have to be on hands and feet. You can be on your knees and your hands, knees and forearms. And go ahead and pedal your feet. Bend one knee, then the other. Okay, come to stillness and widen your feet as wide as the edges of your mat. So you have a super wide leg downward dog. Bring your hands a little bit closer to your feet. So now your down dog is a little shorter. Take your left arm and reach it across the middle toward the outside of your opposite right leg. You can catch at the knee or the calf or the ankle or the heel and twist. So if down dog doesn't work for you, come down onto your forearms and take a thread the needle twist. Okay, that's a good option. Yeah, that's it. All right, wherever you are, we're gonna trade sides. So come back through that wide stance, down dog. Take your opposite right hand across to the outside of your left leg. Again, wherever it reaches, but focus on the twisting. So lifting up one shoulder while you drop the other. And look out and up underneath that arm. Release, come back. And bring your feet together toward each other again, and we'll bend the knees a bit. Walk the hands back to the feet, standing forward fold. So if you're kneeling, pop yourself up, and we'll take forward fold. Let your knees stay generously bent here, and shift your hips side to side. Notice as we shift our hips side to side how the weight on the sole of the foot changes. Pay attention to that. Spread the toes, root into all the corners even as you tip side to side. Come to steady in the middle, bring your feet fist width distance apart and we'll come halfway up. Lift your heart. Once again, bring your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky. So we sort of did this when we did seated cat and cow. Hands to the hips, elbows go behind, heart comes forward. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. One more, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. Generous bend in the knees, lift from your head, reach all the way up to standing, reach your arms skyward, palms touch, hands come to your heart, exhale. All right, I'm gonna come to the front so we can change orientation here. You're at the, oh sorry, I was just moving to the black mat. So let's all stand in the same place. Let's stand at the back of your mat. Okay, sorry about that. While we're here, inhale, your arms come all the way up. Palms touch, slide them down through the middle, forward fold, rolling all the way down. Half lift, heart rises, hands to hips, elbows to sky. Exhale, hands to the floor, walk forward to plank. Drop your knees here. Keep the heart lifted, elbows bent, lower to the ground. Cobra, inhale, rise up. Tuck your toes as you pull back to table. Downward dog here. Walk your hands back to your feet. Half lift, heart opens. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, lift from your head, reach your arms out and up. Palms touch, come to your heart. All right, we're gonna try that one more time. So take as much time as you need to get through it, okay? Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, palms roll down through the center. Tuck your chin and roll your hands to the floor. Bend your knees, walk your hands forward all the way out to plank. Put your knees down if you would like. Bend your elbows, heart leads you to the ground. Cobra, untuck, lift your heart up. Pull your hips back, tuck your toes, downward dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Half lift, heart leads forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, bend your knees, rise all the way up as you reach skyward. Palms touch and come to your heart. Okay, we're gonna change this up. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold down through the center. Walk your hands forward, coming into plank. Drop both knees, untuck your toes. Come on to kneeling. Lift your arms forward and up overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows to open your heart. Inhale, raise your arms again. Exhale, hips go towards your feet. Reach your hands out the front and ever so gently launch onto tabletop. Okay, we'll try that again. Inhale, lean back, reach your hands forward and up. Exhale, bend your elbows, open your heart. Inhale, arms reach skyward. Exhale, slowly come down, hands to the floor. Table. One more time, sit backward, lift your arms forward, reach up. Exhale, elbows come open, big heart opener. And here we go, inhale up, exhale slowly down. Come all the way to tabletop, very gently. Last one, please. Pull your hips back, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, bend your elbows. And inhale, lift. Exhale, hips reach backward as your hands slowly come down. Tabletop. Okay, let's take from tabletop, extend your right leg out to the right side, foot to the floor. If you need to change your orientation to fit in your current space, go right ahead. We'll take a twist, right arm opens, turn right. Lift your heart to the sky. So moving option is to move back and forth through thread the needle, but try not to land your shoulder on the floor. We're going to keep going. If you want to stay put, that's your choice. We'll exhale and swing that right arm through and out the other side. We'll lower the right shoulder a bit, but not completely. Inhale, turn again to the right, open up. Exhale, twist under, reach out the other side. Inhale, untwist, open up right side. Exhale, twist across. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, lift up and open. Exhale, twist and across. One last time, inhale, up and open. Exhale, twist and across. Reach with the back of your hand. Come up to table, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So before we do the other side, I want to take a C curve here in the hips. So walk your hands off the right side of your mat, so both palms come to the floor. Then take your right hip and pull it to the right as well, making a tight squeeze on your right waist and a big opening on your left waist. Coming back through the center, we'll do that exact same thing on the other side. Walk your hands over to the left side so they're off beside your mat. Then your right hip goes to the left as well and squeeze the hip and shoulder toward each other. Release back through the center. Okay, you ready for the other side? Extend your left leg off to the left, toes are pointed forward. Arm does the same thing. Left arm opens to the left. Twist as you inhale, open, turning to the left. Exhale, thread the needle. Slide the back of your left hand across the floor. Inhale, come up. Twist the other way. Inhale to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, twist right. Notice if the front of your belly fell out again and pull it up and in. We've got two more of these. Exhale, twist the other way. Last one. Open up, twist. Exhale, thread all the way through. And return tabletop. Let's come to child's pose. Wide knees, toes together. Sit back to your feet as much as is comfortable and drop in to rest in your favorite shape for child's pose. Inhale, rise, tabletop. Exhale, tuck toes, down dog. Inhale, bring the feet to the hands this time, coming to standing forward fold. A little space between your feet. Bend your knees, heart lifts forward and up, rise all the way, arms overhead. Let's take a hold of the back of your left wrist this time and lean to the right side. Trading sides, inhale, come tall. Opposite hand pulls your body across, curving your waist. Deep breath here. Careful not to let your right shoulder tip you forward. Rising up as you breathe in. Exhale, release your arms down. Okay, let's take some warrior poses. Warrior one first. We'll bring the feet hips width distance apart. Bend your knees. Both knees bend, so you're gonna come sort of towards chair pose, right? So hips drop back. From here, we're gonna shift the weight onto the left leg. Lift your right heel and slide it back to warrior one. Right, so when you step back with that foot, the toes angle a little bit to the side. Lift your heart as you press your tailbone forward. So I want you to feel low belly with one hand, low back with the other. And notice if you have a big scoop in the back or a small scoop in the back. I want you to go for a small scoop, okay? When you're ready, release your arms either all the way up or cactus, whichever feels better for your shoulders. Okay, you decide. Maybe big wide W, that's good too, all right? Okay, so we're gonna try a couple silly things today. A little bit of a balance, so if it doesn't feel right to you, hold still, okay? So the inhale, we're gonna step onto that front foot and pull the back knee up. And then we'll go in reverse on the exhale, right back where we came from. So if your knee doesn't lift all the way up and it doesn't feel comfortable, try tapping your toe to the floor next to your front foot, okay? Inhale, bringing your knee up. Exhale, stepping back. Please breathe, big and full. You guys look great. Can you feel all four corners of that foot we're standing on? Can you feel that we need to keep the knee a little soft? We'll just do one more. Coming into warrior one, hold this shape. Now let's drop the arms behind, interlace fingers. Try to press palms together as you squeeze elbows back. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, dive forward over your front knee as much as feels good to you. Now, those of you with the elbows that hyperextend like mine do, let's keep the elbows back. I want you to find the shoulder blades towards each other more than hands overhead. So if your arms don't go anywhere, try the hips instead and place your hands on your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Let's come back up. Inhale, lift from the head. Exhale, step forward all the way. Both arms overhead, reach up. Exhale, palms come back down. Let's take a sun salutation half in the middle. Inhale, arms up. Fold all the way down as you exhale. Forward fold. Half lift, open your heart. Exhale, return to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, warrior one to the other side. Make a little space between your feet because that's going to be your base for our warrior feet, right? Bend your knees to chair pose, lower body shape. Bring your focus onto your right foot. Lift your left heel, Slide your left foot back, warrior one. All right, get stable. Notice where your center of gravity is. Place one hand on low belly, one hand on low back. Lift your heart as you press your tailbone forward. All right, so we really want to work on a little bitty scoop in your low back, not a big scoop in your low back. Okay, arms go wherever you like here. Straight up, V, crescent, that's not the right word. Cactus, there's the right word. Whichever one feels okay. All right, so option to move again here, recognizing that our bodies don't behave the same on both sides. So as you inhale, shift to the front foot, lift your back knee all the way up or tap the floor next to your foot. And as you exhale, right back into warrior one. Arms are optional as well. You can leave them on your hips. That will be the most stable. Let's make those arms active, whatever they're doing. Squeeze elbows. All right, one more. Perhaps, I honestly lost count. Coming into warrior one, we'll hold our warrior one this time. And drop hands. If you're interlacing fingers behind you, put the other palm on the top. Press the palms to each other, and notice if you bend your elbows instead of taking them all the way straight, and bring the thumbs maybe to the back of the sacrum, that can help you squeeze your shoulders together and really open your heart. Sometimes when we go with the arms all the way straight, we either hyperextend the elbows or we roll the shoulders forward. So I want you to take the heart open instead. Let's tip forward as you exhale. Lean toward the front. Keep that pressure in your back foot. Coming in as deeply as your body would like. Even if you want to lift your fingers toward the ceiling, keep the shoulder blades squeezing to each other. And careful not to round the heart too much. Also careful not to drop your belly on the floor. Keep it pulled in nice and strong. As you inhale, we'll rise up, release your hands. Exhale, step forward, and let it go. All right, nice work. Okay, let's take wide stance now, please. Feet wide apart. We'll go through warrior two sequence, and we're gonna take it moving as well in the spirit of lunchtime. Let's rotate the left leg to the left and bend your left knee to warrior two for starters. So remember, when you come into warrior two, don't let yourself lean over. Straighten up. All right, looking good. Arms open wide. Rotate your gaze to look over your left fingers. Now we're gonna add reverse warrior. Flip your left palm, reverse it toward the back. Keep your lunge nice and deep. Again, warrior two. Now we'll take the left palm and slide it behind your low back. And as you come to side angle, swing your upper arm over your head. Okay? So we're going to rotate between those two shapes. You'll come through warrior two to go to reverse warrior. Let your right arm slide behind your waist. Come through warrior two for side angle. Your left arm will slide behind your waist. If that's too intense on your shoulders, or if you need more support, hold on with your arms or take the traditional shapes. Strong thighs here. Strong feet. One more, please. Back and forth. Now let's rotate here from side angle into warrior two. Shift into to the front leg into a crescent lunge. Bring both hands up and your right toes to the floor. Take the hands all the way down and step back, downward dog. If you would like, move with me through vinyasa. Otherwise, take a rest. forward fold. Inhale, half lifting. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart. Exhale. Okay, we take the other side. So the right leg is going to rotate to warrior two. Bend into your right knee. Arms open wide. Gazing over right fingers. Press into all four corners of your feet and have a look at your back arm, your left arm, and see if it fell down. If it fell down, maybe you want to put your hand on your hip instead. Yeah. Okay, so from here we take reverse warrior. Lift your right palm up, and let's practice slide that left arm behind your waist. Let me go the other way. Come through warrior two, reach over, and take your right arm behind, left arm overhead. All right, swinging between those two as you inhale, reverse. As you exhale, extend. Don't lose the strength of your left quadriceps. We tend to forget about that part, right? Tighten them up. Press the ground with both feet. Breathe. Last one of these. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Okay, now we're going to go into that crescent lunge. Your left arm is going to reach forward and rotate your feet and your hips and your shoulders into crescent lunge. From here, hands come to the floor. Step back and either be still in down dog or table and child, or move with me through vinyasa, plank, lower and down, heart opening back bend, downward dog again. Okay. So the next thing that I want us to do is a wide leg forward fold. So from here, I'm going to take my left leg up into the sky and step it forward to a lunge. And from here, I walk my hands to the right, so I come into a wide leg forward fold. If that didn't work for you, figure out how you can come into wide leg forward fold from here. All right, everybody looks good. Now, please remember we don't want to round our back. So if you need a tool to bring the floor closer to you, go ahead and get it and return back here when you're ready. We want a long spine here. So we'll start with a twist. You can leave your right hand to the floor under your shoulder and take the left arm to the left and rotate your heart left. Careful not to let your head fall off your spine. Keep it open here. Now, can you bend your left knee at all and get a little deeper stretch in the groin of your inner right thigh? Coming in reverse, center, hands to the ground. We'll take the other side. The left hand stays to the floor, right arm opens, twisting to the right. Again, careful not to let your head fall off, whatever side you didn't already do. And let's take the palm facing the same direction as your face to the side. Can you bend a little into your right knee? Find a deeper stretch in the groin, inner thigh of your left leg. Release as you inhale, untwist. Now we're going to take that left knee bent again without twisting, and this time you'll walk your hands toward the left so they stay under your shoulders, and your right leg will be straight. As best you can, try to leave both feet on the floor. Then we'll inhale, walk back through the center. If you're using blocks, bring them with you. Over to the other side, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. So this version is hands and feet on the floor, one leg bent, one leg straight. There are myriad options here. If you want to try something different, maybe no hands, maybe hands to the knees or the waist. you would like to shift into a single leg squat with the heel on the floor and the toes up, you can try that as well. Side to side. Skandasana. All right. Wherever you are, try to finish up nice and evenly so that you can really feel like you have completed both sides just enough to feel comfortable. You don't want to walk around crooked the next time you go to the river walk. And we're going to come into a comfortable seat. So heel toe your feet together and bend your knees coming down to the floor. Comfortable seat. All right. Okay. All right, how are we doing? We don't have a ton of time left, so we're going to do a little bit more stretching. We're going to take a seated twist, then we'll come down to our backs, okay? Where we are, we did this already when we first started. Inhale, palms together, up over your head. Exhale, rotate left and drop your arms. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, lean towards your right knee. Inhale, sit up, bring your arm back open. One more time, exhale, lean over. Inhale, sitting up. Both arms come up over your head, twist to the other side, and return to the same right side we did earlier today. Right arm lifts up, exhale, leaning to your left knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, return to center. Okay. Let's come down, please, onto our backs. This time we really will do bridge pose, and we're going to end up with it supported. So if you have a blanket or a pillow or a block you can use later for that supported bridge, get it nearby so that you can reach it with your hand when it's time to go. Come onto your backs. Set your feet under your knees, arms beside your body. Please don't put a thick pillow under your head for this. We want to take an extension of our cervical spine. A shallow blanket is okay, but not a thick pillow. From here, let's try press lower back to the floor. Let the tailbone rise and release. One more of those, just a gentle pelvic tilt. Press your low back down, let the tailbone lift. Inhale to release. This time we go all the way up into bridge pose if you would like. Press your low back, then lift your hips up. Exhale, going in reverse all the way back down. A little lift comes under your low back. Exhale, press the floor, rise up. Inhale, reverse all the way back down. Last one, exhale, press the floor, rise up. And reverse all the way back down. This time we're going to take that block under the pelvis, press the back, lift your hips up, slide your block on low or medium. So if you don't have a block and you're using a pillow, that will work quite well. I was doing this at home with a stack of large coffee table books, just to see how that would work for me. I also found a nice sturdy Tupperware type bin that I put a towel over, and that worked well for me as well. If you would like your inversion here, go right ahead and take one or both legs up toward the ceiling. You might need to adjust the placement of your support under your pelvis. Rotate ankles around if they are lifted. If they're not lifted, don't worry. You can take heel raises and roll up onto the toes if your feet are still on the floor. One more big breath in, and as you exhale, gently bend your knees. Place your feet softly to the floor. Press into the floor, lift your hips. Remove your block. Reverse direction, slowly roll down. Okay, we're coming into a twist. Before we go, the feet are on the floor. Use your feet to help you move your hips to the right just a little bit. Now we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee, like figure 4. Now drop your legs left so the sole of your right foot comes to the floor and the side of your left leg. If this is too intense for your back, stop doing it and come into any other form of a twist that works for you. We want to use the muscle power in our right hip to push the knee away from us. If you would like, open your right arm perpendicular to your body and perhaps gaze to the right as well. And we'll come to the other side. You can uncross your legs first. It's a little softer on the back. Bring your knees up, feet to the floor. Use your feet to shift your hips to the left side. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Ankle to knee like figure 4. Then drop your legs over to the right side. Some of you might be able to connect your right hand with your left foot. Doesn't have to connect, but you could make that bind. Again, use the power in your left hip to push the knee away from you. Perhaps you open and extend your left arm, rotating your face to turn to the left as well. In order to bring our knees back up, if you're protecting your back, uncross your legs first. And return feet to the floor, hips to the middle, knees come to chest. Squeeze in tight. And making any final stretches or movements that feel just right, just necessary to your body. Maybe circling the hips with your knees. Maybe happy baby. Maybe a back bend of some sort, fish perhaps. Maybe another inversion. Deep breath in. Let yourself settle into whatever place feels best for your body. And when you are ready, make your way into a comfortable place for your best lunchtime Shavasana. And since you are at home, I'll recommend my favorite home Shavasana is legs on a chair or a sofa. So if you are near enough and you want to drag yourself over, go right ahead. You'll end up lying as if you are in a straight back chair that fell over. And you'll be lying on your back. And your calves from the back of your knees down to the heel will be on a surface of a soft chair or a sofa or an ottoman. And your thighs will be vertical. Just an option. Take any shape that feels comfortable to you and soothing. Extra layers perhaps, socks, shirts, eye pillows. Once you're settled, deep breath in, big sigh out. Notice the weight of your head is heavy. The back of your shoulders is heavy. The back of your arms are heavy. Back of your hips are heavy. Back of your legs are heavy. Notice if your heart is also heavy. Remind yourself that it is okay. Many of us are feeling so much sadness these days, a little bit of fear, so much uncertainty. It is okay to be in that place. It might help to remind yourself that a lot of us are in that place. And when we can come together here like this, we can share our hearts and our spirits with each other. And you can say to yourself as you inhale, peace. As you exhale, comfort. Inhaling peace, exhaling comfort. If you're able to stay here longer today, by all means, please stay as long as you would like in Shavasana. In the interest of time, however, I'm going to wrap up our session together. So begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Rocking your head side to side. One at a time, bring knees to your chest. Roll sideways. Carefully, slowly bring yourself upright into comfortable seat. Bring your palms to touch together in front of your heart. And let's share these words of comfort not only with ourselves but with everyone around us. Inhaling peace, exhaling comfort. This time, raising your arms as you inhale peace. Exhale comfort out into the space around you and bring your palms back together in front of your heart. Thank you everyone for taking this time out of your day to share with all of us. Reminding yourself that when we come here together, we are one. Namaste.